The state of Karnataka has received about 66% deficit rainfall in this rain year. And to put things in context, in more than 100 years, this is the lowest rainfall that the state has received. And this is the primary reason why the Karnataka government and the state of Karnataka is in a very difficult position to comply with the orders of the Cauvery Water Management Authority to release water to Tamil Nadu. Last year we had surplus rainfall. The year before that we had normal rainfall, and none of those years we had this particular issue. This particular issue is not just political, it is not driven by any ulterior motives. It is a result of the reality of the situation, the grim reality of the situation, where there is extremely low water levels in our reservoirs. So much so that even the drinking water needs of Bengaluru is under threat today if the orders of the Cauvery Water Management Authority are complied with. The Supreme Court, in all of its judgment, especially the judgment that the Supreme Court gave in 2018, specifically defines how the two states must share the water in normal rainfall years. However, the distress sharing formula is not mentioned by the Supreme Court. It is not, the Supreme Court has not thrown light upon the distress sharing formula. As a result of that, the way the states must divide the water in times of years like this where there is great deficiency in rainfall is not cast. As a result of this, the Cauvery Water Management Authority keeps giving these judgments and orders, interim orders, based on the reality of the situation on the ground or otherwise, and in some cases it is possible to comply with it, some cases it is not.
Sure.
The state of Karnataka is trying very hard in multiple hearings before the CWMA and the Water Management Authority to convince them of the grim reality in the ground, the fast depleting levels of water in the reservoirs, and the fact that Tamil Nadu has another northeastern monsoon rainfalls that it can expect, while the southwest monsoons have completely failed in Karnataka. There is no chance that Karnataka is going to receive any additional rainfall,
Tejasvi,
whereas
having
Tamil
said
Nadu
that,
still has the possibility of receiving the northeastern rainfall.
Yeah, I will
All
say
of these
that
are
it's
the
good to
issues
see
that is before the authority.
It's good to say that, there's no politics over this. You are saying that the Karnataka government is doing what needs to be done right now by appealing this on multiple levels. Let's look at it from Tamil Nadu's perspective. They're saying that, look, legally there's a certain amount of water that you have to release to us. Our farmers are right now struggling, so release this water. They're also fighting their fight, essentially.
Akshita, farmers of Tamil Nadu, farmers of Karnataka, people of Tamil Nadu dependent on drinking water needs on Cauvery, as well as people of Bengaluru, all of them are dependent on this river. All of the rights are important. This is not to make it a political issue. The fact of the matter, however, is last year when there was surplus rainfall, we had never an issue releasing it. When there was normal rainfall, there is no problem releasing it. But when we ourselves do not have enough water in our reservoirs today, and every forecast of every monsoon forecast is saying that the rains are going to not come in Karnataka, how can the state comply with orders by either CWMA or the Supreme Court or whichever authority if they ask the state to release waters? There is a principle of reasonability that must be kept in mind before an order is made by any quasi-judicial or judicial authority. The reality of the ground, the situation in the ground is such that the state honestly does not have water in its reservoirs to meet the drinking water needs of the state, and Tamil Nadu is asking for irrigation water. The Supreme Court and multiple courts of law across the country, across the world has always held that drinking water needs of a population always takes primacy over irrigation needs of a population. In Karnataka, the problem is that the people are today, especially the city of Bengaluru, people in Mandya, they do not have enough water for drinking water purposes. And what Tamil Nadu is asking now is for irrigation for their 3 crops. And you must also keep in mind that while Karnataka's farmers in the Cauvery basin, whether they grow sugarcane or they grow paddy, they generally do 1 crop per year. But in Tamil Nadu, people do 3 crops per year. And now Tamil Nadu is asking for water for irrigation purposes. Let me also put this important fact before you. Today we have around 61 to 62 TMC of water in our reservoirs today, and the water is depleting as the state government is complying with the orders. But the commitment that the state has to provide drinking water needs and basic irrigation needs to people of Karnataka in Mandya, Mysuru, in Chamarajnagara, in all of these areas, and the drinking water needs of Bengaluru is about 106 TMC of water. Where do we get this water if the rains are going to fail?
No, it's a fair question. It's a fair question you're asking, Tejasvi. But what's the solution here? What's the solution here? Mr. Devagowda, Mr. Siddaramaiah, they've suggested that maybe the Prime Minister should intervene, maybe an expert panel should be set up. Do you agree with that?
Well, see, bringing the Prime Minister into this at this juncture is nothing but changing the goalpost and trying to shift the blame, and this is pure politics, and that is something that I do not want to indulge in, and nor do I want the Congress party or any other political party to indulge in, because issues of water, issues of land, issues of language are beyond party politics. Our commitment must be to protect the interests of the state, interests of the people, and that should guide our politics. The question of expert panel. The authority, the Cauvery Water Management Authority, the Cauvery River Regulatory Authority, both of them are expert panels. And both of them need to understand the ground reality of what is happening. And this panel is a quasi-judicial body. It has representatives from both Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. It has irrigation experts. It has experts who have the required knowledge to understand the particular complexity of this issue and pass the dynamics. Unfortunately, however, the state of Karnataka, despite its efforts, is not being able to get fair and reasonable orders in the favor of the state. Starting from the last 3 months, every single case, every single hearing has gone against the state of Karnataka. Starting from 15,000 cusecs release order that the CWMA had made about 3 months ago, to today's order, again where the state has been ordered to release 3,000 cusecs of water.
But that essentially means there's merit in Tamil Nadu's case.
Every single interim order of the Cauvery Water Management Authority has gone. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The point is that the amount of the area of irrigation under Tamil Nadu has increased exponentially over the last so many years, even though Supreme Court in its 2018 judgment had very clearly mentioned to both the states, directed both the states to not increase the area under irrigation. This is a point that the CWMA has to take note of. The CWMA also has to take note of the fact that Tamil Nadu has the chance of getting northeast rainfall from northeast monsoon starting from the end of November and December. Whereas Karnataka will get rainfall only if the southwest monsoons arrive on time, and they are already delayed, and every single forecast says there is not a possibility of additional rainfall in Karnataka. The CWMA has also not taken note of the fact that in more than 100 years, I repeat this, in more than 100 years, this is the lowest rainfall that the state has received. So, and the Water Management Authority has also not taken note of the issue that the drinking water needs of Bengaluru, forget anything else, drinking water needs of the city, if you take the amount of water that we have today and the predicted rainfall, we will still be facing a grave shortfall.
Let's talk about that. What's the situation currently in your constituency? Tejasvi, in Bengaluru,
the city of Bengaluru should find primacy over irrigation needs of Tamil Nadu. This is not to say that, this is, and I would also want to say that this is not a Tamil Nadu versus Karnataka or a people versus people. This is not how the debate should be formed. We must also be focusing on how we are going to solve this issue, how we need to make sure that there is more afforestation in catchment areas in both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu.
Agreed.
How Tamil Nadu must also take efforts to increase their desalination plants and increase how, other ways and scientific ways of making sure that seawater.
No, I think there are lessons. There are definitely lessons for both sides. There are lessons for both sides to be learned.
The project that the state government has proposed from a long time.
There are lessons for both sides here.
The Mekedatu project that the state government has proposed from a very long time. Sorry?
There are lessons for both sides here, not just for Tamil Nadu. Karnataka also needs to be doing better water management.
This, Akshita, there was no problem with sharing of water last year. There was no problem with sharing of water the year before. Let me just put this fact before you. Last year, we have released about 667 TMC because last year was a surplus year. Karnataka from the last 20 years has been telling Tamil Nadu to allow for the construction of Mekedatu project, the check dam in Karnataka. If that reservoir is built, we can collect up to 106 TMC of water in a surplus year. But Tamil Nadu has not been giving the NOC and the permissions for construction of this dam in Karnataka.
The government in Tamil Nadu very clearly opposes
assuming the state of Karnataka is given.
But having said that, Tejasvi, I want to put the focus on right now Bengaluru, on your constituency. Let me just ask you this one question, Tejasvi.
No, which is why we are trying to, which is why, Akshita, 1 second, I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
No, 1 second, Akshita, which is why I want to stress upon the fact that the state of Karnataka, under the leadership of the Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, must talk to MK Stalin. They are anyway political alliances today. They are political friends today. They are all part of the India alliance. For if this alliance is not going to benefit the state, then what use is this alliance of? So the Chief Minister must speak to MK Stalin, his counterpart, explain to him the merits of the Mekedatu project for both of these states, leverage his political capital, leverage the power of the India alliance for the benefit of the people of Karnataka. Otherwise, the India alliance is nothing but coming together of two political parties just for power. Now that you both are in the same alliance, speak to the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, convince him of the benefits of the Mekedatu project, convince him that had the Mekedatu project been in existence today, the state would have had a reservoir containing about 106 TMC of water, which the state could have easily released to Tamil Nadu. Why is the state of Tamil Nadu not agreeing to it? Why can't the Chief Minister leverage his political capital with his India alliance ally and push this forward?
No, so that's where...
These are questions very serious questions that the Chief Minister of Karnataka has to answer.
That's where the Chief Minister says the Prime Minister must intervene. But my final question to you, Tejasvi, is on what's happening in Bengaluru right now. One is about the situation currently with regards to drinking water needs of Bengalurians in your constituency as well. And secondly, is this kind of a shutdown really the answer? Because people are being affected at the end of the day as a result of these bandhs and these protests that you're seeing, schools and colleges being shut in the city.
Well, Karnataka does not really want to create these kind of bandhs. This is not what the state wants, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And this is one such desperate time where the state is constrained to capture the attention of organizations and authorities like CWMA, who seem to be deaf to the grim reality of the ground situation in Karnataka. The expert bodies which are constituted for this very purpose, which are quasi-judicial in nature, must send their expert committee people to understand the ground situation, make a study and assessment of what is the situation on the streets, what in our reservoirs. And until this is done, the people of Karnataka are going to be extremely upset, because in every instance before the CWMA, we have had a raw deal. And the anger is also against the state government, because the people feel that the state government is not marshalling facts and evidence properly before the Cauvery Water Management Authority and convincing those people properly.
Okay.
So the reality of the situation is that the rainfalls have failed. In more than 100 years, this is the lowest rainfall the state has received. The water levels in our reservoirs is fast depleting, and even as we speak here, the authorities have given an order to release another 3,000 cusecs of water to Tamil Nadu up till up to 15th of October. And this can be done only at the peril of the state, its own people, and the drinking water needs of 1 crore citizens of Bengaluru. I want to again, through your channel, assure the people of Karnataka that the Bharatiya Janata Party does not want to do any party politics on an issue as important, as sensitive as the Cauvery water issue. For us, this is an issue that is beyond party politics. We want to support the state government of Karnataka, despite the fact that it is being headed by a Congress government, fully, if the Congress government will take right measures, right steps to marshal evidence, give the facts, and take favorable orders for the state of Karnataka. We at this point also demand the state government to talk to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, use and leverage their political alliance, the India alliance, for the favor of the state of Karnataka, and bring some justice to the people of Karnataka. If the government of Karnataka cannot do all of these things despite having a political ally on the other side, then it is clear that the India alliance does not care, the Congress government does not care for the people of the state, but is more interested in just power-hungry politics.
There is a need for conversation, there is a need for dialogue. I agree with you on that, and I'm glad to see that you are, Tejasvi Surya, saying that this isn't the time for politics. It's the time for this kind of a water crisis, which has gone on for far too long, to finally be resolved. Thanks very much, Tejasvi, for taking the time out and joining us here on India Today.
Akshita, I just want to make one other point.
Sure.
This again is not an issue between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Let us not try to make this always like, I've seen right from the time we were in school, the moment a Cauvery issue would heat up, it would always become an issue between the two states. I want to call upon political functionaries of both the states to not make it a Tamil Nadu versus Karnataka issue. This is an issue that is as a result of deficiency in rainfall.
Correct.
It is a nature-created issue. Better water management practices, more modern techniques to desalinate water in Tamil Nadu, better creation of infrastructure together, like the Mekedatu project, is something that must be done over and beyond party politics and state politics. That is the only way we can look at a long-term solution for this issue. From the time I have been in school, this is something that has repeatedly come every time there is a distressed rainfall.
Agreed.
And if, as today's responsible political leaders who care for a better tomorrow, it is time for us to rise above party lines, above state boundaries, understand the reality of the situation, plan for creating infrastructure, afforestation, desalination, all of that technology can help and aid to make sure that this is not a problem that keeps recurring.
I agree
Thank
completely
you so much.
with you. And as someone who's witnessed this firsthand, the hate between two states, which unnecessarily, is fueled during these times, I agree that this shouldn't be really a Karnataka versus Tamil Nadu fight. Thanks very much again, Tejasvi, for joining us.
Thank you.
And with that, I'm slipping into a short break here on India Today. Coming up on the other side, we're getting you the latest updates on the India versus Canada diplomatic showdown, the inside scoop on Khalistani terrorist Nijjar's murder coming your way.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company. You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
India Today Conclave 2023, October 4th and 5th, Mumbai. Listen to Sharad Pawar, Devendra Fadnavis, Sushil Kumar Modi, Supriya Sule, Swapan Das Gupta, Aditya Thackeray, Uday Kotak, Arvind Vijay Mohan, Ashish Chauhan, Pradip Gupta, Vijay Verma, Ali Fazal, Bhumi Pednekar, Kusha Kapila, Shehnaz Gill, Urfi Javed. Book your seats now. Visit indiatodayconclave.com. Conclave 2023.
A bogus, non-binding exercise aimed at diasporic seats. A so-called Punjab referendum asking participants whether they want the Sikh majority Punjab in India to become a separate Khalistan. The man behind the sham project, Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, a lawyer of joint US and Canadian citizenship who seeks for justice communities proscribed by India. The 56-year-old supporter of Khalistan, born in village Khankot of Amritsar and now based in the United States. He was declared a terrorist by India in 2020. Pannu named in more than a dozen criminal cases, some of them linked to terror and other violent activities. The NIA has intensified its crackdown on Pannu. Over the weekend, 2 of his properties were confiscated in Amritsar and Chandigarh, and so was his agricultural land in his ancestral village of Khankot in Amritsar district. Slain Khalistani supporter and designated terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar was one of advocates of Pannu's sham Khalistan referendum in Canada. As per sources, overseas citizenship cards and passports of Khalistani supporters involved in vandalizing Indian consulates abroad will now be cancelled by India. Indian agencies sharing their details with airports to keep a tab on their movements. The NIA has also finalized a list of 19 Khalistani fugitives who are part of anti-India plots. Most of them living in the US, the UK, Canada, Dubai and Pakistan. The action comes amidst diplomatic escalation between India and Canada over Nijjar's murder. With Shreya Chatterjee, Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
यूथ जुड़ जाता है तो फिर उसका सफल होना तय हो जाता है। आप यंगस्टर्स की वजह से पूरा भारत ही एक हैपनिंग प्लेस बन गया है। और ये कितना हैपनिंग है, ये हम पिछले 30 दिनों को ही देखें तो साफ साफ नजर आता है। और जब मैं 30 दिन की बात करता हूं ना, आप भी साथ साथ जरा अपने 30 दिन को जरा जोड़ते चलना। बीते हुए 30 दिन, आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी के 30 दिन भी याद कर लेना, और देश में और भी लोगों के पराक्रम 30 दिन में हुए वो भी याद कर लेना। मैं आपको, क्योंकि मेरे नौजवान साथियों आपके सामने मैं आज आया हूं, तो मैं भी अपना रिपोर्ट कार्ड आपको दे रहा हूं। मैं आपको पिछले 30 दिन का एक रिकैप देना चाहता हूं। उससे आपको नए भारत की स्पीड